Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? The people, what's the deal? What's the deal? What is happening? Happy Wednesday, happy Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday. We are here, day 33 of 50, 33 days, no food, 33 days of consistent live streaming, 9 p.m. This is some shit I've never done before, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's brutal. It's all of that, all of that, all of that. But we still here, and we still got at least 17 more days to go. So we may go, because 50 days is on Saturday. All right, Saturday, May 2nd, May 3rd, May 2nd. I think May 2nd, Saturday. We may go to Monday. All right, Saturday. We may just finish out that weekend. See how the weather is. If the weather is great, we're gonna stay outside until Monday early afternoon. Right, we do Monday SR daily in the morning, and then we'll go inside. We'll pack the shit up. You know what I mean, and go. Yo, I'm feeling clean. I got my motherfucking haircut today. You know what I mean? Feeling good, feeling smooth. I'm looking at my face. I'm like, I look real healthy. I look real healthy. I feel real healthy. I feel really fucking good, man. Yeah, I feel really good in my body. I feel strong. Today was a lot. I got a lot of stuff done today. So grateful for Kimona and just being who she is. And that's what we're talking about tonight, right? Love, relationships, and showing up for each other. And obviously, showing up is not just romance. It's not just a romantic relationship, right? Love, relationships is not just intimate, romantic. It's family, it's parent, child, sibling, friends, right? It's just generally love and relationships and how the fuck we show up for each other. Because love is the action word. I learned that young, man. Like, a lot of people say it, a lot of people talk it, but what are you showing, right? How are you showing people you love them? If I don't feel the love, then is it real? Or if I don't feel it, you can say it all you want, but if you tell me you love me, but then you hit me, if you tell me you love me, but then you call me names, if you tell me you love me, but then when I need you, you're not there, right? And when I want to be there for you, you don't allow me to. Is it really love? So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight, man. We got a lot of great notes for tonight. 33, man. We like almost in the home stretch, right? Tomorrow is going to be 2/3 of the way, right? 17, 34, 51, right? 2/3 of the way tomorrow, 34. Tomorrow is a big day, emotional day, right? Transition of both my siblings on the same day. So their transition anniversary, their ascension anniversary, and family court tomorrow. I'm grateful to have some support, though. Mona going to be there. My brother Frank Brown going to be there. Another brother's supposed to come. So grateful for that. I'm definitely feeling more confident now than I was last court date. Last court date was virtual. I think it was a little bit before my birthday. It didn't feel good, right? I wasn't as confident then as I am now. So yeah, man, I am looking forward. Like, wow, this thing is so loose. You gotta tighten this. You gotta tighten this. It shouldn't be that loose. The Allen key. Yeah, that's what I felt earlier. Huh? It will with the Allen key. And I just put mad in my stories today. Mad Allen keys. Yeah. But yeah, man. I just made it looser, I think. My bad. Just made it looser. Terrible. Sugar Ray, leave things alone. All right, leave things alone. But yeah, man. Today I didn't get to weigh myself today. I didn't get my workout in today. But I got a lot of stuff done today, right? A lot of packing, a lot of stuff in storage. So feeling super accomplished, right? Already got a lot of steps in. I'm close to 7,000, so I got to get about another 3,000 steps after the stream, right? Gonna run or take a walk, right? We'll see what happens. Definitely tired. Definitely, it means a beautiful night. So we see how Kimona feels. We're gonna go outside. I'm gonna do what I have been doing, just running in place, right? Running in place in the crib. Either one works for me. It's 3,000 steps. It's not a lot, right? It's not a long time. Gonna come in and get a little bit of stretching done as well. Get some push-ups in. All right, so be light work today, and then tomorrow after court, I'll go back to my crib, pack some more, and get another workout in over there. And we're coming down to the wire because once tomorrow is done, right, day 34, then Friday is day 35. And the ideal goal is to be outside Friday, right? Saturday, the absolute latest. Again, we're a lot closer to packing up the whole crib, right? And then some stuff you got to come outside with me, right? A lot of stuff got to come outside with me. Mattress got to come outside, blankets, clothes, books, right? All that shit got to come outside. Miscellaneous workout gear, candles and shit, all got to come outside with me, man. So, but yeah, all the stuff that has to go in storage is almost in storage, right? Guys, just some more paperwork, some more paper shit that got to go in. But all of the heavy stuff, the majority of the stuff is fucking in, and I'm so fucking grateful. Without Kimona, I don't think I would have been able to get it done, right? Not like this, right? Not this fast. And even though it wasn't fast, it was literally like a whole month. Had a lot of shit in my crib, man. A lot of shit to donate, right? A lot of shit to organize. It was emotional. I'm not eating. It's my children's stuff, so it was a lot. And but we got it done. And so yeah, we're gonna get into tonight's topic. Before we do that, of course, we are going to get into a little meditation. NEPPC, what's going on, family? Thank you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being here. I am grateful for your presence, grateful for your brotherhood and all of that stuff, man. But if you will, let us find a comfortable position, right? Allowing yourself to sit or lay, whichever is more comfortable for you right now. And just allowing your body to sink into the space that you're currently in. Feeling the weight of your body. Allowing yourself to breathe. Always in through your nose, out through your nose. Allowing your body to fully relax. You are not currently in any danger. There may be some issues or challenges in family, at work, at home. But in this moment, you are safe. In this moment, the best thing you can do for those you love is give yourself some space to be, to breathe, to feel, to exist without attachment. As you sit in stillness, I want you to bring to your mind the concept of love. What does it mean for you? Does it mean protection? Does it mean sacrifice? Does it mean provision, providing? Does it mean communication? Does it mean passion? Does it mean compassion? Does it mean family? Does it mean home? Does it mean sex? Bring to your mind the concept of love and what it means for you. It could be all of those things. It could be something I did not mention. Connection, service, belonging, creativity, expression. And allow that concept of love to wash over you, to fill you with love. Remembering that the frequency that you operate on, the vibration in which you are filled with, radiates outward and impacts all of your loved ones, impacts everyone that you encounter. So when we can get clear on what love means to us, we can fully embody and embrace love, and then and only then could we truly give it to others. Breathe into that. I want you to now bring into your mind, how did you develop the concept of love? Did you inherit it, as we talked about yesterday? Did it come from family? Did you have to learn what love means to you on your own, through trial and error? Are you still figuring it out? Which is perfectly fine still. Breathe into that. I want you now to bring into your mind just one person in your life who you may be having conflict with. One person who there may be challenges in communication. One person who you may have harmed or who may have caused you harm. Bring them into your space and allow that feelings, those concepts of love that have washed over you, now you are bathed in love. Allow that love to permeate, to radiate outward. Allow that love to touch the heart, the mind, the spirit, the soul of the person who you brought into your mind that you may be having conflict with. That there may be some unspoken heavy energy. Shower them with love, literally, in your mind. Say, I share this love with you. I share my love with you. Remembering that we do communicate through mind, we do communicate through frequency, and so a positive thought sent out with intention to a specific person, it will touch them, and that is your job, to make effort, to do your part. You cannot predict how they will receive it, how they will respond. All we can do is control our own efforts, our own intentions. Breathe into that. Thank you for grounding with me, for being with me in that space. I appreciate you. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Allow yourself to come back to the space. Move your toes, move your fingers. Starhawk, peace and love, family. Great night, beautiful people, peace and love. So listen, we are talking about love, relationships, and how we show up for each other, man. I learned young, love is an action word, man. A lot of people are going to tell you they love you, and then they're going to hurt you, right? And it's not about blaming. It's about calling it what it is. And it's about awareness, right? Identifying, like, okay, you say you love me, but I don't feel it. I'm afraid of you. I don't trust you, right? I feel bad when you speak to me, when you're around me. I don't feel so good. And a lot of us, we learn that, right? We spoke yesterday about things we inherit that may not be so positive. That's something that a lot of us inherit, something that I inherited in my youth, right? Thinking that love meant control. Love meant discipline, right? Love meant fighting. Love meant yelling and screaming, right? Because that's what happened. That's what my mama, right? Again, before my dad passed, she was already rough, right? When he passed, it got worse. And now they have a protector. Nobody will protect me. My uncle maybe, would try to talk to her. One or two of my uncles would try to speak to her when I would tell them what was going on, and to no avail. It was, this is my fucking babies. You can't tell me how to raise my babies. And it's like, oh man, it's tough. It's tough. But love is an action word, man, and showing up is key, right? Because words are important, right? People say your words mean nothing. No, words are fucking important because people can show up, right, and they can have different intentions, right? So words matter and action matters. Both matters, right? Both of them matter. Words, what you say, and what you do matters, right? And clearly, sometimes what you do can outweigh anything that you say. And as a lot of us say, what's understood and got to be explained, right? But let's pull up these notes, man, and let's get to the discussion. Once again, tonight's day 33 theme, 30. Tonight's day 33 theme is love and relationships and how we show up for each other. Listen, guys, I'm tired. It's 33 days without food. It's fucking packing. It's moving. It's navigating a whole bunch of personal shit, right? While still streaming and still working out most days, right? Shit is tough. It's not easy, but we're here. So let me ask you, man, how do you show up, right? How do you show up for the people you say you love? Not in words, but in actions. Because again, love is easy to say. It's easy to tell somebody, yo, love you, right? Especially love you. So quick, come on, I hate that. Love you, love you, love you, love you too, love you. Even if you say, I love you, it's easy to say that shit. Yo, I love you. But it's harder to live that shit. It's harder to live your values, to live your principles, right? Because it takes time, it takes space, it takes effort and intention. And unfortunately, a lot of people only want to put effort into things that benefit them directly, right? So how do you show up for the people you say you love? Me, I show up in person. I show up with vulnerability. I show up with sleeves rolled, hands ready to work, right? I show up financially, right? You got an issue. If I could financially help with that issue, I'm going to, right? So I show up in as many ways as I possibly can. I show up with food, right? My mama not feeling so great. Let's bring her some food, right? I show up. I show up physically. I show up for my friends. I've visited the hospitals, right? I've done all of the things, man. I've clothes. You can shower at my crib. You can sleep at my crib, right? Yo, I ain't got no space, but you can sleep here on the floor. You know what I mean? I've done all of those things, and I'm gonna continue to do all of those things. So that's how I show up, right? Let me see. Anybody drop anything in the comment? Say your words are appreciated. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Day 33. Ooh wee. She always got a bar. Always got a bar. I'm telling you, she's a rapper. Put rapper to fucking rapper in the past life. You know what I mean? In this life too, in the next life. All right. But yeah, man, how do you show up? Right, you could drop it in the comment. So yeah. First we want to redefine love, right? A lot of people think love is feeling, right? We get wrapped in these feelings. I learned a while ago, I wasn't so young, maybe in my 20s, that love is not just a feeling, right? Love is a commitment. Love is a practice, right? Love is something that you do. Again, action word, consistently, right? Consistently, even when you don't feel like it, right? Even when you don't feel like it, even when it's easier to not do the thing, right? To not show love, to not express love, to not communicate love, even when it's easier to do, to not do, right? Again, love is not what the fuck you say. Because anybody can say it, man. Like, one thing I learned in the streets, right? People say, yo, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then the same person could kill you. The same person could rob you. The same person could sell your mother drugs, sell your father drugs, right? Could freaking be an adult and try to smash your little sister, right? But they love you. Like, what is love, right? Like, and again, somebody told me years ago, if I don't feel it, it ain't real, right? Love is something that you feel, right? Like, especially when it's deep love, it's like true love. You can feel that shit. You know that this person loves you, and you know that, right? This is where a lot of people confuse love with perfection. People can love you and still have their own shit that they working on, and they can fuck up, right? Like, that shit happens. It happens. It's real fucking life. Whether it's a word slip up, whether it's something that they did that may have upset you or caused you harm. You know, my mouth be so dry, and I just drunk water. I just drunk it. It's not even. I don't even need water. I just need to spit. All right. But yeah, man, like, it's a practice. It's something that you do consistently, day in and day out. KK said. NEPPC said, my mother indoctrinated me into what love really meant. She showed me love is to be ready to give everything up, your life and freedom if need be. It's 100% sacrifice. Cooking, cleaning, visiting, calling, gathering, celebrations, giving space, and being present. Beautiful, beautiful, KK, beautiful. Starhawk said, like the song says, just call my name and I'll come running. I can't even sing. I can't even catch the melody. But yes, just call my name and I'll come running. And yes, those are beautiful, beautiful depictions, definitions of love, right? Let's keep moving forward, right? So again, it's not a feeling. It's not just a feeling, because you do feel, right? It is something that you feel. right? You feel it's called to serve, it's called to be there, it's called to belong, but it's the feeling, right, that leads to the action. Where if it just stays a feeling, it's like, yes, we are human, so there's some things that could cloud the mind. The what if this, especially if there's been some conflict in a relationship, right? That shit is very, very real, right? But again, it's a practice, it's a commitment, it's something that you fucking do. So the reality of relationships is that they reflect who you are, right? They reflect who you are. I realized that when I had my last two relationships prior to now, right? My last relationship and then the serious one before that was when I was married, right? There were certain conflicts that would come up, right? And very different conflicts, certain conflicts, different themes, different issues, certain shit. And I realized that like I had to be accountable, not keep blaming women. They were two completely different types of women, two completely different women, different ethnic backgrounds, right? Different ways of being, right? Different astrological signs, very different women. Same shit. Well, again, not the same thing, but the same, like not the same actions, but the same feelings I would feel, right? The same feelings. And I realized that those relationships were a reflection of me. And that's intimate. Same goes with friends, right? The circle you hang around is a reflection of you and who you are and the energy that you're putting out, the energy that you're letting come in, right? They're reflections of you, reflections of how you communicate, right? Of how you respond, of how you handle conflict, right? That's you. That's who you are, right? The quality of your relationships reflects the quality of your inner work. That's the bar. The quality of your relationships reflects the quality of your inner work. One thing that Kimona and I've been saying since we've been together is that we are both happy that we have grown, right? We're both happy that we are where we are today. We almost 2 years in, we have not had a single argument at all, right? And I had argument 2 weeks into the last relationship, right? 2 3 weeks we arguing 2 3 times. It's fucking insane, right? But the inner work and like she did her work, I did my work, and we met when we were supposed to, and we could have met a few years ago, right? We could have met a few years ago at an event, right? A lot of things could have happened, but it happened when it was supposed to. When we were both ready. And again, we haven't had an argument. Has there been disagreements? Yes. Has there been times when each person needed space? Yes. Did we communicate that? Yes. I need a moment right now, right? Whether we're home alone or we're out, right? I mean, on the subway one time, I think I may have said something. I may have bothered her. She's like, I need a minute. I said, then gave her space. And then she was able to communicate what I did or said that impacted her. And I held that, right? Like, damn, I hear you and I apologize. That was not my intention. And I'm sorry that my actions or my words caused you pain, right? Where before it was, oh, you shouldn't feel like that. It ain't that serious. No, growth. A person has a right to feel how the fuck they feel, regardless of what your intentions were. Actions. What is the result? Your intention was this, but the result was that they were hurt. If you loved them and you liked them, right, then hold that and take that and be accountable, right? So yeah, it's extremely important, man. Your inner work, and again, not just intimate romantic relationships, but the quality of your friendships, right? Reflect the quality of your inner work. Like the friends I have now, I'm still friends with my childhood friends, a great majority of them, which is I love that. 30 years in, 35 years in, some of us, right? And I love that. But clearly because my life is how my life is, the friends I have now that I communicate with more now on a daily or couple times a week basis are completely different. And the quality of those relationships reflects the quality of my transformation, right? So now we talk about what does it mean to show up? What does it mean to show up? It means to be present, to be honest, to be fucking accountable, and to be supportive. That's what it means to show up. To be present, to be honest, to be accountable, and to be supportive, even when it's not convenient. Even when it's not convenient. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when you got other shit to do, you want to watch the game or watch a movie or you want to go over here and do this thing or your loved one needs you, show up. Show up. And that's something, again, I've done. Like, I've traveled boroughs. I've traveled, like, public transportation. I ain't got no car. Hour, 2 hours, sometimes even more to support a loved one, to be with a loved one, right? In different situations, right? Not always in the hospital, not always when it's bad, but even when it's good, to celebrate a birthday, celebrate a milestone, right? My people started the garden up in the Bronx. I took my children up there. We coming up here. Like, I love you. This is my sis and her husband, right? Not my biological sis, but a sister who I went to farm school with. Yo, we connected deeply, right? Yo, we starting a garden. We need some help. We coming up there, me and my children. deep in the fucking Bronx, right? Like deep in the Bronx. Like I think near the last fucking stop in the Bronx on the 2 train. Fucking so far. I think we had to walk like 10 minutes. Shit's forever, right? My daughter was in a stroller, no elevator, had to carry the fucking green stroller down the stairs and then back up the stairs when we left. But love is not what you say, it's what you do. Love is an action word, right? So because real love shows up even when it's hard, even when it's fucking hard. I remember when my aunt, right, before she transitioned, she was in the hospital. Again, long F train, right? I'm living in the store, so I gotta take the bus to the train, take the train to the last stop in Jamaica, take that bus to another bus, and then another bus. 3 fucking buses to get to where my aunt was at in her rehab facility, where we thought she was rehabbing and coming home. Right? 3 fucking buses, plus 4 buses, a bus to get to the train, and then 3 buses. Fucking, but love shows up. It's hard, it's difficult. I remember leaving one time, right? Visiting hours over. I'm leaving. Well, we could have stayed, but I'm leaving like 10 o'clock. I go outside, catch the bus. Dark street, so the bus don't see you. The bus goes by. Next bus don't come for 30 fucking minutes. It's cold outside. Our transition in November. It's fucking October. It's chilly outside at night. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Start getting cold. Gotta fucking zip up. Right? But love. Show the fuck up even when it's fucking hard. However far you gotta travel, whatever freaking shit you gotta endure. When it's love, you show up. So now what is the problem? A lot of people struggle in relationships because they bring their unhealed patterns. Me. They bring poor communication. Me. Scared. Oh, I don't want to offend nobody. So I cause discomfort in myself because I don't want to offend nobody, which ultimately causes discomfort in a relationship because people pick up on vibes. So I know it's something that you're not saying. I know it's something that you're feeling, but you ain't saying nothing. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Right? It's an unhealed fucking pattern. Quiet, silence, right? Not wanting to ruffle any feathers. Something I picked up from my mother, right? Because I don't want to get yelled at. And I don't want to cause no discomfort. I don't want nobody to, I'd rather be the one suffering than say something that may cause you pain. Right? We bring unhealed patterns, we bring poor communication, we bring emotional reactions. What you said, I know you ain't fucking talking to me like that. How the fuck? What the fuck? It's like, whoa. Emotional reactions, poor communication, silent treatment. Right? We bring that shit into relationships. And that's why a lot of us struggle in relationships. I know that that's why I struggle in some relationships. And again, grateful, right? All is good. Like who I am now, who I'm with now, is by far the best relationship. I'm the best I've ever been in my life. Cool, right? If that had to happen to get here, give thanks, right? But I know that those were reasons, those were part of my journeys, right? And I always humbly say I've had some great women, physically beautiful women, powerful women, brilliant women, creative women, right? So fortunate. My shit and their shit, right, would clash. My unhealed patterns, right? If you know me, you know that I tell Kimona all the time. I have a lot of women friends, right? A lot of women friends. Some I was with in my past. Some I've never been with. We've been friends for a long time, and there's never been nothing like that, right? Like, and because I'm the friend I am, I text my homeboys, text my homegirls. They text me, they call me, like same shit, right? Same exact shit. I talk with my homeboys long time. I told Kimona, me and my homeboy in North Carolina had a fucking 8-hour conversation damn near. 7 hours and some fucking change. Like, I said, yeah, my homeboy, right? Talking about all of the fucking things. It's a homeboy, right? Like, so I have one conversation. So X would be like, because of her unhealed patterns, oh, I don't think exes, like, nobody should be friends with their exes. I'm like, why not? If it was real, genuine love, and it was real connection, and like we benefited each other in some way, and it's still like connection, like some type of creativity, some type of something, why can't we not still be friends? But because of her past, her exes, she said she found out like cheated on her with their exes. Right? She was with a guy, he was friends with his ex. She found out later that they cheated. And what's crazy is that she would go through my phone, right? This is the first, she would go through my phone and check communication. She's like, oh, you said this. I'm like, okay, and then what happened? Nothing. She could never find anything because there was nothing to find. Right? It's like, these are my people. So why'd you text such and such? What the fuck are you talking about? But that's an unhealed pattern. Right? It's unhealed, right? And we bring that shit into relationships, expecting everybody to cut all of their exes off, all of their friends off, spend all your time with me. That shit is like, again, one thing me and Kimona talk about is the respect for each person, each other's individuality. Like, yeah, we're together, we're an item, we're a couple, cool, great, beautiful. but I'm still my own person, and you're still your own person. And so, like, I remember when she was doing her fast in February, right? The fruit, the raw, then the fruit, then the juice, then the water, then the nothing, right? For the last day. We were at an event, and somebody was like, "Well, why you ain't doing the fast?" Because I was eating. Like, why you ain't doing the fast with her? She's her own fucking person. She do that. She made that choice, right? Like, she chose to do that shit right now, not me, right? I got my own shit coming up that she ain't choosing. I'm doing 50 days, right? Like, she's not. She's eating. It's okay. Times when we did the same thing. Last year, January, we did Raw January. Last year, May, we did Melon May, right? So there are times when we do the same things together, and times where she's doing her own thing, I'm doing my own thing, right? It's an unhealed fucking pattern to expect your partner to do everything that you're doing and to like everything that you're doing, right? No, I don't gotta like that shit, and it's okay, right? I don't gotta like the same foods. I don't like the same movies. I don't gotta want to go to the same fucking places. No, right? But again, love is show up, right, when it's hard. So I may not like this place, right? But I'm gonna go with you because you really want to go. Come on, baby, let's make it work, right? Oh, you really want to go here? Come on, let's do. You want to watch this movie? Okay, cool, let's watch it, right? Like different things, right? Again, it's relational, right? And it's subjective, right? And it's like case by case situation. But yeah, that's why a lot of people struggle in relationships. Unhealed patterns, poor communication, emotional reactions that creates tension. Unhealed people struggle to love in healthy ways. I'm learning that. I struggle to love in healthy ways. I was unhealed. The majority of my relationships, I got in because I wanted to save someone. I wanted to save the woman. I wanted to save her. I heard the problems that she had, the challenges that she had, and I wanted to be Captain, quote unquote, saver. You know how you say, but I want to save the one. I want to save the sister, right? That was me. I want to be a savior, right? Because I took on that. Oh man, you shouldn't be going through that. I'm so sorry that ever happened. I'll never forget, girl I had a fling with told me some shit that happened to her in her youth. I was like, damn, I'm so sorry that happened. I wish it never happened. She said, don't do that. Because then you take away part of something that made me who I am. Right? That shit happened. It was painful, but it made me who I am today. So if you take that away, if you take that, oh, you wish it never happened, I'm not who I am today. I love who I am today. And that is stuck. And even though I still try to save, when I realize that, whoa, what I'm doing is causing, right, conflict, is trying to, and yeah, we're supposed to support each other. We're supposed to help each other heal, right? But no one can save another person. Right? No matter how much love you shower them with, no matter how many gifts you give them, how much time you spend with them, the shit is going to come out. The unhealed patterns, the poor communication, the emotional reactions. So unhealed people struggle to love in healthy ways. Communication, extremely, extremely, extremely important. Healthy relationships require communication. You have to talk, right? You have to talk. And not just talking, but you have to understand, seek to understand. And this is where I think a lot of people also struggle in relationships, because people could talk, people could communicate, but one of my homegirls was like, comprehension is the key. If you can't comprehend what I'm saying, then what I'm saying is falling on deaf ears. Right? So not just talking, but seeking to understand. And the person communicating, like talking, figuring out how to break it down so that person can understand, because maybe you're on different intellectual levels, maybe we're on different education levels, maybe we understand different words, different patterns, different lifestyles. So if I love you, I'm not just saying it and just leaving it at that. You don't understand? No. Making sure, right, do you understand what I'm saying? All right, if you don't understand what I'm saying, like me and Mona do it all the time, like, I don't really understand what you mean. And she'll find other ways to communicate it. She's like, well, what are you trying to say? And then I'm like, all right, I gotta think, how can I explain this in a way that makes sense to you? Because I may say it off rip and it may make sense in my head. She may say something off rip, it makes sense in her head, but it don't land the way we may have wanted it to land with the other person. So we take a moment, think, reflect, okay, how can I say this in a way that makes sense? Think about the other person, like putting yourself in the other person's shoes. All right, so again, not just talking about understanding, listening, expressing oneself, and being clear, crystal clear as possible, precise communication. And understand that communication is the bridge between people. That's how we connect. It's through communication, right? Verbal communication, nonverbal communication, picking up on cues, facial expressions, body language, right? Body language communication. Sometimes me and Mona may have some, we had, a little tension or whatever. And it's not real tension, right? It's little shit. But she may just touch my hand, right? Or I may rub her leg, right? We may just allow our fingers, and we're walking, it may be silent while we're walking, and no tension really, just we walking in silence. We may just rub up against each other, right? And that's enough sometimes, right? It don't always got to be these big words, these grand gestures. Small acts of communication, small acts of intention, right? Intentionality, right? And now, when we talk about relationships, we are talking about an emotional responsibility. For us, we can't responsible for how we show up. We can't be responsible for another person. We can't take into account how something we may say or do, how they may feel, but we are responsible for how we show up, right? How you show up, not blaming the other boy. You did this or you didn't do that, so that's why I did this. No, you did that. You didn't do that because you wanted to, regardless of what the other person did. And you got to be accountable, right? That's real. You're responsible for your reactions. You're responsible for your tone. You're responsible for your energy. All of that shit matters. Love requires responsibility. You have to be responsible for you, right? A lot of times I've done it, blaming the other person. Again, we spoke the other day, blaming your parents, right? Blaming this person, I blame my father for dying. I blame my mother. I blame my sister. I blame all of these different, my brother for being in jail, not being there when I needed a male figure, right? I blamed all of these people. I blamed the girl. Why, if you didn't do this? Nah, I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for my reactions. If you didn't do this, I wouldn't do this. We hear it all the time in DV situations, right? Oh, if you didn't do this, I wouldn't have hit you. It's like, no, you hit because you wanted to hit, right? Like, be accountable for that shit. That's your reaction. You didn't have to hit them. You didn't have to say whatever you said to them, right? And so now, this is a big key, because love is not just giving. It's not just giving of yourself. Because people are taking till you're empty, and then they'll leave you there. Some people will take and they give, right? But that's the importance of boundaries. Knowing your boundaries, knowing what you're going to accept, what you don't accept, right? What's healthy for you. One of the reasons my last relationship ended, because it was like, and I'm sure on both parts, on her part too, right? I can't speak for her, I speak for me. Because I realized that I'm not accepting this shit no more. I'm not accepting the constant surveillance. I'm not accepting that shit no more. And I would say, yo, if you don't trust me, don't be with me. Like, why are you with somebody you don't trust? I wouldn't be with somebody I don't trust. I got to constantly be thinking that they're doing something with somebody else and constantly checking my self-worth because of who they're communicating with, who their friends are. Like, I don't know. So that was a boundary. I'm not accepting this shit no more, right? And it took a while. I'm like, I don't know how it lasted so long, because that's the part of me still that wanted to save, right? Still wanted to save, wanted to pacify, wanted to, I'll suffer, right? And it's crazy. One of the things I'm thankful for my ex-wife, because she's the one who filed for divorce. I knew I wanted a divorce very early on. I knew that we weren't happy anymore. We weren't compatible anymore. We just grew apart. Energy just changed, shifted. It was a quick spark, and then it faded, and then it was. But I would have, and I did for a while, sacrifice my own happiness to, quote unquote, do what I said I would do. And I said I was marrying, and I said to death do us part. And I realized that to the death of this love, to the death of the part of us that connected to each other. And that shit don't always last 30, 40, 50 years. Sometimes it lasts a couple of months, a couple of years, right? Like, you got to, honesty, right? Honesty. So it's a boundary. Like, I'm not accepting this shit no more. I'm not accepting sacrificing myself, right? I'm not accepting sacrificing myself to make you happy. When I sacrifice myself and I'm miserable, eventually it comes out. You asking questions, my answers are bland or short, right? It comes out when we go out and I don't really want to talk, or I don't care, whatever you want. It's like, whatever. It's like, oh, whatever's clever. It's like, nah, attention, especially as a man, set the fucking tone. This is what we doing. Get dressed. Yo, are you available this day? Cool. You're not on your schedule? All right, let's do this. This is what we doing. Let's go. All right? So boundaries, they actually protect the relationship. Where a lot of us, me in my past, I would think that boundaries destroy the relationship. We got a balance, so I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't say this, I can't say that. No, it doesn't destroy the relationship. It actually protects the relationship, right? And now this is how it ties to everything. Understand that every day that we come on here, every subject that we talk about is tied to this whole world healing system in some shape, form, or fashion. Awareness is knowing yourself, right? Regulation is managing those emotions. It's about love, relationships, and how you show up for each other. It's not always going to be peaches and cream, but knowing yourself, managing those emotions is extremely important. And discipline, showing up consistently, day in, day out, every event, right? And clearly, if something else is a conflict, you communicate, right? Yo, babe, listen, I can't make this. This is going on, and I really need to do this or really want to do this. Communicate. right? And then healing, breaking patterns, breaking those patterns that have not been healthy for you, for your family, for the people who you know, right? And this is how relationships improve. So my vision, right, for this when we talk about relationships, specifically, right, love relationships and showing up for each other. My vision is relationships, right, where people communicate clearly, right, where people support each other, where people grow together, where people sacrifice for each other, where people have compassion for each other, right, have grace for each other, right. That is part of my vision. That's what a healed world looks like. Because when people are healed, they're less likely to judge, less likely to assume the worst of a person, right. I remember asking a former partner was like, "What do you? Like, what type of person do you think I am? Like, you think I'm doing all of this stuff? What the fuck do you think about me?" Right? Like, who do you think I am? Right? I was honest about my past. I'm telling you about people I've been with. Right? When we walk across them or they hit me, and I dealt with that person before. Right? Like, who do you the fuck do you think I am? And again, you think I'm a certain person, right? Like, go somewhere else, right? But yeah, communicating clearly, man. Like I want a world. I want to see a world where relationships are thriving, right? People argue all the time. People are fighting, and they stay together for years. They make that their norm. There's no growth, right? They don't support each other really, right? And they don't communicate clearly. There's too many relationships that I've seen, that I see still, that are like that. But the vision that I have is possible. It's possible for people to heal. It's possible for relationships to be beautiful. Me and Kimona, she asked me the other day, right? We were on the bus doing this question for couples thing. And she was like, I think one of the questions was like, how do you think your relationship impacts the people around you? And she was like, her people, her friends, I mean, my friends as well. Like, yo, you guys are so beautiful together, right? You guys, like, you can see that you guys love each other. People have, yo, the way you look at her, like, we did a video before, like, yo, the way you just looked at her was crazy intense, right? Like, sexy motherfucker. All right. But the shit is possible. It's possible. And I was like, for me, it was what do you think your relationship teaches people? And I was like, for me, I think our relationship teaches people that you can still have love, have a beautiful relationship, even after divorce, even after heartbreak, even after a terrible breakup. You can still connect with somebody as long as you do the work on yourself. Right? It's not always the same cycle. The cycle don't always repeat. Right? You break the fucking cycle. Right? You heal, you break the fucking cycle. So let me ask you guys, how do you show up? I asked you before, but again, if you put it, how do you show up in your relationships? And what could you do better specifically? What could you do better in your relationships? Let's see what you guys want. Love is a choice. It's not something you fall into. It's not something you fall into. Ciara, thank you for tuning in. Said the feeling of love is often catch it. I don't know what that is. Cachet? Catholic? I don't know what that is. Bell Hooks wrote it best. Love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Bell Hooks is a motherfucking beast. It is a conscious choice combining care, commitment, and trust. Fire. Absolute fire. Dinner. What dinner? It's on dinner. Ciara Dinner. That's her name, Ciara. Oh, you put dinner. On my comment, I see dinner. Say dinner. Oh, I guess you put ashe and then translate it to dinner on my side. Yeah, I don't know. It says dinner. It's crazy. The feeling of love. I don't know what catch it is. Love is a choice. It's something you fall into. I was a great stonewaller. I didn't want to visit people fighting cancer, but love lifted me and guided me. Yo, that's real shit. I remember my uncle went to the hospital in 2011, 2012 before he transitioned, and I did not want to go to the hospital. I did not want to go to the hospital at all. And my aunt was like, your uncle needs you. I was like, I hate hospitals. She said, I know, I understand. And the first time I went to go see him, I was crying and shaking because every time I went to see somebody in the hospital, they died. Right? And hospitals, I'm like, they stink and all of this shit. So I was like, no, I'm not going to see nobody in the hospital. But like, I got over that shit. And I went to see him, and then I've been going to see friends ever since, right? My boy got shot. Wasn't even my boy. We had beef when he was younger. Reconnected on social media. I seen he got shot. I was like, oh shit, damn, I need to go see this guy. Right? We need to squash this beef. We need to reconnect. We were once great friends. Let me go see my boy. Autopilot, NEPPC. I don't know what that is. Clear communication. Love requires discipline. That's a fact. You hit because you like discipline. Big facts. So yeah, what could you do better? I could do better in my relationships, not just my romantic relationship, but my family, friends, I guess I could tell them more of what I need, and also ask more of what they need. I guess that's something I could definitely do better. Ask more, what do you need? How can I help you? How can I support you? And letting people know specifically maybe what I need. I think that's something I can do better in my relationships, right? Showing up, is honesty, being more honest, being even more communicative, right? And so before tomorrow, show up differently in one interaction, right? Be more present, be more patient, be more intentional, and yeah, I intend to show up differently in a few different relationships that I have, right? More patient, more calm, more peaceful, more even I guess more passive to a degree, right? Like I don't want no beef, right? I don't want no smoke. I just want to get to this result, right? And she said, Catholic is to invest with mental, emotional energy. Oh yeah, that girl is a fucking genius. She's super smart. No. I'm saying the girl who wrote the word. I know. Yeah, she's fucking genius. I never heard that word before. Being more communicative, asking for help, powerful. Yep, to invest emotion or feeling in an idea, object, or another person. Okay, genius, smarty pants. I like new words. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So yeah, man, what does love look like in action for you? Like specifically, what does love look like? To me, love looks like commitment. Love looks like communicating. Love looks like sacrifice. Love looks like patience, right? In action, patience with a person's growth, specifically with a person's growth, right? Like I realized, and this is something I got from Taoism, right? Like love is like compassion, detachment, right? It's true compassion for self and others. And my little brother was getting in trouble years ago, right? And I was trying to tell him what he needs to be doing, what he shouldn't be doing, all of this stuff. And I realized that I was trying to control him. I'm not God. I don't know his destiny, right? So I had to detach myself, love him from a distance. Love is allowing someone to live their life freely. That's what detachment means. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't care, right? It doesn't mean that if a motherfucker crossing the street and they're not looking at them with the hit, you don't do anything, right? Love is like, I love you so much that I want you to live your life fully the way you see fit. And I trust that however you're living is going to lead you towards your greatest self, right? Like to me, that's what love looks like in action. That's one of the ways love looks in action, allowing people to live their life free of your judgment, free of your control, free of your ridicule, right? Free of all of that shit that we do when we love people and they don't do the things that we want them to do. They don't behave in the ways that we want them to behave in, right? It's like, yo, live your life, right? I love you. That's what we say, love from a distance. But you can still show up right now. Clearly, they're in the streets, something dangerous. You may not be showing up like that, right? But like checking in is showing up, calling is showing up, right? Like, let's meet over here. I know you got some shit going on over here. Meet me over here for lunch, right? Like my brother, again, my older brother, Naki, we had a tough relationship, but we would check in with each other, and every so often he'd be like, "Yo, meet me in this." He wouldn't come. Sometimes he'd come to Queensbridge to pick me up, but sometimes he'd be like, "Yo, meet me in the city for lunch." He was working in Manhattan at the time, still living in New York. Meet me in the city. I meet him in the city, and we walk and we go have lunch, and it was great, right? Show up different ways you can show up for the people you love, man. So yeah, man. And our closing truth, right? Love is not passive, right? It's something you practice every single day with intention, with discipline, right? Even when it's not the most convenient thing to do, to have late night conversations with a family member, with a loved one, with a child about some shit that they did or some shit that they're going through, right? To show up early mornings, right? When a loved one, a beloved asks you to, right? To tune in, right? To contribute in time or money when you're able to, and even when it's tough to, figure out how you can make it happen and communicate if you can, again, especially if a loved one needs you in that way, right? So KK said, love is honesty, clear communication, respecting boundaries, showing interest, sharing experiences, and acceptance. All that, and all that. Listen, man, I love you guys. This is a great conversation, man. Love, relationships, and how the fuck we show up for each other. So love looks like patience for me. Powerful. Powerful, powerful. Yeah, man. Love me out loud. I should not wonder if you love me. I should know it and feel it. That's a fact. That's a fact. I should know that shit. I should feel that shit. You should feel that shit, man. Like feel it in your fucking bones. Know it in your soul. It shouldn't be a question. People question, I wonder if they love me. Fuck fuck you mean wonder? Right? You like bread? Like, I wonder. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, wonder. No, you know or you don't know. Right? And as the saying goes, if you got to question it, then maybe it's not real. If you got to question it, then maybe it's not real. Now, again, this is where communication comes into play because everybody has learned love differently. Some people love through distance, right? Like, I love you, I'm showering you with gifts, but I ain't spending no time. I'm spending time over here. I'm doing this thing over here, right? So communicate, right? Communicate your needs, communicate your desires. Communication is the bridge between people. That's how we connect deeper, through talking, through sharing our intentions, our desires, our hopes, and our fears. Listen, when you do this, our dislikes, when you behave like this, or when you spend all your time over there, not with me, I feel like you don't love me. I hear what you say. I like the gifts that you give me. I like when we do go out every so often. But in freaking 96 hours, you spent 50 hours, 60 hours over there with those people, right? And the hours that you did spend with me, you were sleeping for most of them, right? Like, okay, you bought me nice stuff, but like, and again, that's communication is important because to some people, they love through gifts. Love is an act, right? Act of service, gifts, things that you buy for people, right? It's love languages. People like that shit. And that's how people have grown up. I grew up that way for a long time. It's like, yeah, I bought you some shit. Fuck you talking about? I can hang out with my friends. I'll be talking about real examples. I spend a mad time with my crew, telling my girl at the time I love her, right? We go shopping. I buy mad shit, shopping sprees, all type of shit. But I'm outside all fucking day. All day. If she called me, I'm not answering. Yo, I'm going to call you back. Yo, I'm going to call you back. Yo, I'll see you later. And then I get up there, and we have sex and all of the things. And then I'm sleeping. And then I'm up, out early in the morning. It's like, damn. Right? That was my definition of love at that time, right? Is sex is love, buying things are love is love. Love is so much more than that. But again, it's everybody grows differently, and it's up to a person who doesn't feel satisfied, doesn't feel content with the way a person is expressing their love to communicate that shit. KK said it right there, closed mouth don't get fed. That's one thing that my mama taught me. If you want something, speak up. Only thing they can say is no. And then you decide then what you're doing with that, man. And with that, we're gonna sign off, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tomorrow we are talking about faith, and what we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is episode 34, faith and transformation. Faith and transformation. How do you continue to go forward when you cannot see the path, right? When you cannot see the results immediately, right? That deep faith, that inner knowing that the shit is working, it has to work. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. This was a very healthy communication, very healthy show. Day 33, man, live stream. We are here. We ain't going nowhere, man. We got 17 more episodes, man. 16 tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is 16. Tomorrow, day 34, man. Super excited, super grateful. I'm gonna drink some coconut water, and I'm gonna get the rest of my steps in, and we're gonna figure out the rest of this night. Get my clothes together for tomorrow. Got a nice suit. We're gonna wear tomorrow, man. Get my shit together tonight. And yeah, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Text somebody, let them know, yo, 9 p.m. we talking about this shit, man. Jump on Sugar Ray Live. 50 Days of Divine Discipline. Have a great night, guys. Peace.